Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another dual Twitch stream. I am Zenothist. Hi there, your host for the Mentalmeisters. And with me here tonight is, of course, Hecthor Doomhammer. Good evening, Doom.
Hi everyone, I'm Hecthor Doomhammer on behalf of the Hecthor Doomhammer streaming service.
Ah, excellent.
And yeah, like my co-host said, this is going to be another episode of multi-streaming thingy. And we have started.
We are off.
Just allow me to sell my little construction yard over here.
Defeated.
And there we go.
Okay.
We have got... Let me have a look at this side. So we've got WarriorGirl in yellow, we've got Zaker in blue, Dutchygamer in red, and Lan and Zaker in pink. So WarriorGirl is stationed over here, which means that Dutchygamer is over here. Allow me to get my frames per second counter on, Zenothist.
Oh yes, I will do likewise.
Might want to do that too.
I will do likewise.
Well, we've got Lan and Zaker over here, and then Zaker over there. Just let me have a look-see. Everything seems to be working fine. So, it seems that in between players, in between each player. So basically what you can say in this case is that both players will have two oil derricks available for themselves. Although, where are... Oh? There... Oh well, they should be there. But I also happen to notice airfields. And actually, speaking of the airfield, Zenothist.
Ah yes, well, let's not get too detailed into that, but yes, the airfield is going to get some changes, the tech airfield, which will have some interesting additions that we have been working on in beta revision 2. There has been a lot of changes. I mean, a test version has been released last week for all testers, for at least all private testers.
Actually, a new version has been released just earlier tonight.
Well, yes. Earlier this evening, a second patch was released as well to fix some lingering issues. Right now, what is going on is that I think for first impressions, I mean, you haven't had a lot of time to play it yet, have you?
No, I've been so super busy with other stuff, man.
Okay, well, I got the chance to play some of it for a while, and I must say there are way more changes in it than I expected. Like a bunch.
Yeah, because the changes that we talked about in the last stream aren't just the only changes that have taken place.
that's really only a fragment of the gargantuan amount of the gargantuan changelog that is beta revision 2. It is quite a lot of sizable changes, and there is also going to be new units, new structures. So there's going to be a lot of new stuff in beta revision 2, along with, of course, the remake of King of the Hill, which should now be playable, so you don't have a chance to mess it up by quitting the game early.
Earlier today in the IRC, just after Speeder uploaded the new test version, I did see Speeder saying that King of the Hill now works properly.
Yes, so now you can't...
In the way that he intended to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now you can't just troll all the other players by capturing it and then quitting the game.
Nope. So there won't be any shenanigans that I did in the past.
Exactly.
And that means that I will never be playing King of the Hill again.
Oh, well, that is a shame, because it is quite a lot of fun, I must say. I mean, it's not particularly often played.
It's a lot of fun. Of course, I was just joking when I said I would never play it again, because it is indeed a crap ton of fun to play.
Oh,
Looking
absolutely.
at this, to the sea already. I don't know. Let me follow the canals here and see if there is a way to. Yeah, there is actually a way to get to both opponents.
You can get to all your opponents like that.
I see.
But
well, it's been a while since I've played this map. So I see that WarriorGirl and Dutchygamer are sharing these two oil derricks. I'm guessing that Dutchygamer probably has an idea where the other two oil derricks are that I'm having serious trouble finding, because I'm just scouting the map at the moment. Alrighty, we've got a group of bulldog tanks inside of WarriorGirl's base here, going after the miners here and after the refinery, as you can see. But the destroyer is going after one of the bulldog tanks. As the bulldog just crushed the dog, and another one. Animal abuse, anyone?
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes. Well, I don't know. It almost seems. Oh, Dutchygamer comes to the rescue with a sentry gun, and now the bulldog tanks go after the miners. After, well, dealing about half damage to WarriorGirl's power plant and the. Yeah. Well, why rushing? Because it's a viable option in the game.
Especially for the Americans, it's very effective, as you can see here.
I mean, I've seen plenty of people do this nowadays.
Ooh, WarriorGirl packing up the MCV here.
Yeah, no miners left, and I doubt she has much money.
She does not have a lot of money, but I think she's on. Oh no, she's just sold a war factory. This is not really a great start for her. No.
No. And just look at what's
impressive.
What
3
Zaker
bulldogs
has.
only.
No, 2 actually.
2 actually.
Yeah. Well, whoa. We've got a Black Eagle in the air as well. So
that is
definitely
fast.
A lot of.
That is very fast. They're really going for her.
Yeah, and I see that Codufun in the IRC already says that rushing is a completely valid tactic, and the fact that US, LC, and SC are supposed to do it. Of course, you know, that is entirely true.
They are indeed the lighter factions and gain more from attacking early on. But of course, there's going to be a lot of changes because right now the gameplay-wise, the game is paced very, very quickly. And it will be a little bit slower in Beta Revision 2. There are plenty of changes to make teching up quite a bit more difficult, or at least it takes quite a bit more time to tech up. Things will be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, and especially when it comes to power consumption. When it comes to power consumption as well, there will be a bigger penalty for build times when you're on low power. That's something that a lot of players actually forget. That if you're on low power, then everything you build will be built at a slower pace, and that will now be increased if you have low power, so you definitely do not want that.
Oh, well, I'm seeing Dutchygamer having a bunch of half tracks over here. Gonna join up with these guys, and perhaps we're gonna see a little attack. Whoa, I see. Yeah. I already saw that Warhawk in the air, and now it's finally gone. But there are still 2 bulldogs and a whatchamacallit, repair IFV over there. So Zaker definitely just keeps on applying the pressure over here.
Oh yeah, he knows he's got a hold, so he's not going to let go anytime soon.
Nope. And look at this, Dutchygamer just built a nice little demo truck.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna see some explosions soon. Again, the bulldogs go for the back of the base over here.
But he can't do much with 1 tank, so he's just gonna move around a bit.
No. Actually, I'm gonna keep highlighting this, and given that I remember.
Yeah, WarriorGirl's not doing particularly well, of course. Low funds I can see here, but at least she's got a miner.
Yeah, she's still
very nice timing, actually. Very lovely timing on that teleport there, just missing the Stormchilds there. That was pretty ingenious. So that's pretty good.
More bulldog tanks coming in from the north as well. So you've got Zaker definitely applying the pressure here.
Yeah, he knows how to use that, doesn't he?
Yeah. This is why I hate rushers. I can completely understand. I hate them too, but like I said, it's a valid tactic. Yes. So don't hold any grudges if it's used against you. Then just don't play against someone who plays as
I'm afraid
a light faction.
It's probably going to be there's going to be quite a lot of changes, balance-wise as well. Of course, I think we've gone over plenty of them in the previous stream. But yeah, so teching up very early is just not going to have that big of an advantage in comparison to Beta Revision 2. So it would do good to learn some early game tactics in order to defend your base, or on the contrary, to assault the other base. So
and now she's gonna have even more trouble because Noorly is joining in the fray as well.
Oh, that is fast.
It seems that
That was fast.
I don't think you can just decide that we're gonna do a rematch without USA allowed.
Next
maybe. Well, we don't know yet.
We'll see.
As you can see, a Bloodhound's an airborne paradrop, which is also gonna receive a little change. Mechanically wise.
Well, yes, I mean,
being dropped over here, and Storm Children going after the barracks here. Luckily for WarriorGirl, this little assault got cancelled.
Yeah, poor girl, she's absolutely getting pounded into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, of course,
and it seems that Dutchygamer has indeed gone to the number 5, while Lan and Zaker in the meantime just is base
crawling up to the north,
all the way up here. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say that Zaker is cheating. He's just taking clear advantage. Whoa, here's that demo truck near the oil derricks, by the way, at the very top. As I'm seeing base waves moving in, I see a bunch of Abrams tanks as well. So now we're gonna see even more harassment towards WarriorGirl.
Well, I don't think this is any simple harassment anymore.
And look at the Kappa tanks moving in on Dutchygamer's base. Just 2, but they're not gonna do that much though.
Oh man, that is tough. But I mean, of course, as well as the changes to multiplayer, there are of course a lot of changes that have been made to single player as well, to the campaign. I think that there's like only one mission that hasn't been changed by Beta Revision 2. So there's going to be like a lot of missions are going to be considerably easier, especially obviously on easy mode, because we have of course heard your complaints about how incredibly difficult it was, and keeping the lack of save and load at the moment in mind. We have done a lot of usability and player friendliness changes to make it a little bit more, to definitely make it quite a bit more easy on the player.
It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
That was fast.
So can you just hold that thought for a moment? Right, we're off for the second match, folks.
Here we
Admiral
go.
Pit and Yellow over here playing as Shejtan. Then his ally.
Unit lost.
His ally is going to be, I think that is Lan. Then, as the only, no, actually, I'm mistaken. This is Tesla Commando, and this is. There we go. This is Lan. This is WarriorGirl D. I'm just confusing everything a little bit. I've been doing a lot of streaming, a lot of work today lately, so my brain is kind of farting at the moment.
Well, that's all right. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually saw a question in your comment section asking which campaign mission was the only one that was not changed. Well, I think I can give that away, and that is the Epsilon mission Landlocked. That is the only one that has had absolutely no changes. All the other changes all the other maps have had changes, whether it was just to help the player out a little bit more, to kind of help him out so that he actually knows what he has to do. He or she, of course, I should say that now. And just general, and also just to make the missions a good deal easier, especially on the easy mode. I believe I've also seen some changes to the AI in multiplayer, so that on easy and normal, which should make them slightly easier as well. So hopefully hopefully that'll kind of take a little bit of the bite out of the extreme difficulty, at least for the more casual players. Because in my opinion, at least, that was very necessary, especially with Beta Revision 1.
Okay, since that one of us or one of the viewers is already gone, unfortunately.
Oh.
And things are just still going. Right. let's have a look at what's going on here. I see that Lan is going for the gems right over here. And
oh, something up with
sorry
your mic.
about that, folks. No, something stuck in my throat.
Oh.
So
well,
I
you take it easy now.
Yeah.
No need to get that excited.
No, I'm not that excited. I'm suffocating.
With excitement.
Not with excitement.
But yeah, I think that beta revision 2 will bring a lot of welcome changes to Mental Omega, and I think that a lot of people will be happy about it. There are still some kings, also quite a couple of balanced kings as well, because quite a lot of things have been changed and added. There are new units, which I think I can spoil a little bit, is that a tech building has been revised, which will allow you to build new units for each side. Those are still being balanced. I'm not, of course, I can't spoil what those are and what structure gives them at that moment. But there will also be there will be new tech buildings as well, with different functions.
Of course, we already described the Tech Field Hospital, which is just a regular hospital in a non-urban map.
I don't think we have actually, but I think
yeah,
have we really?
We have.
Okay, well in that case, yes, there's that, and of course the tech concrete bunkers and
fortress.
Yes, the fortress.
We can't, of course, forget the. Well, this bridge was blown up. The airfield that we just described in the previous match.
Yes, that is also getting remade, or a brand new look.
Yeah, it is definitely mostly a brand new look. I don't know exactly if it's going to receive any additional functions.
Well, we'll see about that. But
we'll see. Maybe next week.
Yeah, definitely. Next week, next week we'll definitely have a look for you, because next stream we're going to be doing a little sneak peek at Beta Revision 2, so you can get a kind of an idea of what's new and what's going to be in it and what's going to change. And now I see here that I am getting a message here that I should mention some kind of tech building. And I'm not exactly sure which, because unfortunately I can't tab out of this game. I'm on IRC. IRC.
You're IRC?
Yeah, unfortunately I can't tab out of this game.
Private. Well, tell me then, Peter, because I have a
yes, of course. You're the guy with the free hand here, so to speak.
And I have IRC open as well.
Oh yes.
So just tell me, Peter, what is the thing you want us to talk about?
Reveal your secrets to us.
What I do know is that on certain maps you've got a tech irradiator already, and the tech irradiator is also going to receive a overhaul when it comes to looks.
Well, I think the tech irradiator.
Maintenance. Yeah.
Ah, yes, the tech maintenance. Yeah. What's it called? What's its full name again? The tech maintenance facility, I think.
Center.
Okay. Yes. Ah, yes, I see. Okay.
Now,
yes, I think.
I'll have to admit that I'm completely in the dark about that.
Really? Well, then I'll explain a little bit. Pretty much what it does is it's a tech structure that provides a kind of a support power that allows a player to rapidly repair buildings in a large radius. So basically, it's kind of like an emergency repair power for your structures. So if you get like hit by a super weapon, or you've just suffered through a really bad attack, then you can get back on your feet really quickly with this. So it's a pretty neat structure to get.
I guess so. It really sounds interesting. And it definitely is something that I haven't seen done before in any Heroes Revenge mod just yet. So,
well, that's
it's definitely it's definitely a welcome change, especially with the so I see Noorly over here just taking down these two oil refineries or oil derricks.
Yeah, like I said, there were going to be plenty of new tech structures in Beta Revision 2.
Of course, all thanks to News and the Force General, who've been providing us with these new structures.
Yes, among other things. I mean, they've also been working on a couple of goodies as well. Something that might be revealed in the future. I'm not exactly sure about that. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of cool new stuff in Beta Revision 2, and also some minor things also in preparation of Act 2. Because of course we haven't stood still, of course. At least we haven't been standing still when it comes to Act 2 as well. We've been there has been some work on that as well, just a continuation of the story, and new stuff that will be introduced to or in Act 2 as well.
Alright, Zenothist, do you have the changelog somewhere in front of you?
Unfortunately, I do not. But you can find it. But I think you can find the current changelog, at least for this patch, on our forums.
I don't think it's. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's public yet, so I'm just.
It's not entirely public. There are a couple of things I have already given away, of course, in the previous stream.
Yeah, because I'm seeing here like the Allied Tier 3 required the special subfaction tech structures plus tech center. Epsilon Tier 3 requires a fully upgraded research junction.
Okay. Okay, I see that Speeder has given us almost full reign on the changelog, so basically we can say what we want except for one very, very special thing.
Yeah.
There's just one thing we cannot talk about, and that is something that will be introduced in Revision 2. But for now, we can talk about everything except that. And of course, we're not going to be talking about all of that in one stream, because there are the balance changes for units alone is incredibly big. So we would be up here all night. And basically, I could just rattle off all the changes for 2 hours long, and that would be our stream. So I'm afraid
I don't see a problem with that.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to hold a little bit of restraint. I mean, we can't just blow our changelog load on the first or second go.
No, you're right. I mean, we do have to save some awesome stuff for the actual stream when you and I go over the changes physically and just showcase them.
Absolutely.
But a little bit more of my time. It's interesting. I mean, in the meantime, there has been a lot of stuff happening here on the battlefield. As you see, these 3 Barracudas going for the science lab, but barely not destroy. Oh, they did destroy it. Well, luckily that the Centurion was out already, and there are some eradicators. Sorry about that. Out as well.
Yes, that is also something. The Chinese are getting a new support power, along with the EM pulse. Yes, irradiate. And I think we can leave up to the imagination to what it exactly does. Because I think it's
some sort of a nuclear explosion, except the explosion, but the radiation is still there. At least
not exactly. You're getting warm, but I think the name kind of speaks for itself. And I would say, as a kind of a hint, think Eradicator.
Oh crap!
Then I think you have enough of an idea what it would be able to do. A support power. Focused for groups of units.
Yeah, pretty much. As I see that Tesla Commando already said, "Oh crap, Libra spam," so he obviously expects some sort of amphibious assault.
Yes.
Strangely enough, that no one has gone to the sea just yet. I guess that WarriorGirl D has decided not to do that because of the previously failed attempt.
Well, no one's really going for it. I mean, Yellow was just snubbed for it by Norio there, but that was all.
Yeah. All right.
And I believe Backwarp is also getting a couple of changes. For now, it can for a short time, it can throw terror drones out. You can actively remove terror drones. I mean, they won't die. They will be placed near the vehicle, but it does give you a little bit of time to eject. It basically ejects terror drones, which is cool.
And I recall that we, back in the days of Less Closed Beta, we already tried such a thing, but it instantly went back inside of the affected tank.
That is true, but now it should give you a little bit more time so that you can actually destroy it.
Let's hope that it works.
Yeah. And of course, we also heard some comments and some feedback on the Soviet crane about how it's actually not used that very often. I mean, do you ever see a Soviet crane in multiplayer games? Like, ever?
Yeah, whenever I use it.
Okay.
And I actually do use it.
You do use them?
Yeah. Surprisingly, I mean, you're absolutely right about the fact that no one ever uses them, because, you know, you would actually have to retreat to your base in order to get your units repaired.
Yeah.
And why would you do that if
when you have repair drones?
1,000, yeah, for 1,000 credits.
Yes.
So basically, you could say it's obsolete.
Well, that's why we are looking to have that changed. I mean, right now at the moment, I think you can build it after you have had a war factory or a radar. I'm not exactly sure.
It's a war factory.
I think it's after the war factory.
Yeah, you get a war factory, you get the drone.
You get the drone, and you get the the crane. And the crane, I think it also has a different...
I think the crane is only after tier 3.
Is it only after tier 3? Well, at the moment it's after tier 3, but I believe Speeder said in a comment on the forums that it was going to be changed to a lower tier. I'm not exactly sure if it was tier 1 or 2, but it was definitely one of the two.
Also, as you can see that WarriorGirl D is using spies that are currently uncloaked, because there is a Chimera core here, and you see them disappear in what obviously is a drill or APC. Something that hasn't changed within the new Ares branch is that spies and engineers now indeed can be cloaked.
Ah. Well, yes, that is something indeed I mentioned in the previous stream. Indeed, that thanks to the new Ares version, spies and engineers will now properly cloak, along with amphibious and hover units.
Play04 asks if this is the rage inductor. Yes, it is. And speaking of which, if I'm not mistaken, I've read that the rage inductor in Beta Revision 2 will no longer kill off infantry.
I am not sure. I think you're right, it doesn't kill, I think in Revision 2 it won't kill off infantry. Obviously that will be updated on the website. Actually, all changes as soon as Beta Revision 2 goes live.
Whoa!
Oh,
dude.
But yeah, once Beta Revision 2 goes live. Yeah. Yeah.
If this happens, let's not do this, because in editing I'm going to cut this out.
All right, fair enough.
So
then
Zenothist and I, yeah.
Then forget what I said.
Zenothist and I have talked a little bit before the stream about when exactly do we talk about stuff and when don't we, because I'm going to be editing the video. Oh, Lan is out entirely, and it seemed that Lan had such a...
Oh dear.
Oh well. Seems that Tesla Commando is going to have a bit of trouble, but currently he is the only one who has money.
Okay. Stalemate detected. Because it does seem they're not particularly active here, they're just building up forces. So yeah, this kind of thing, what they're doing here, will be considerably more difficult. And that will also be improved by the fact that we are currently busy experimenting with silo logic, as was seen in Tiberian Sun, where basically you could hold a maximum amount of credits, and once you reach that maximum, you either had to build more refineries, or spend money, or you would lose that money. So it becomes more of a game of use it or lose it, so that you can't just stockpile insane amounts of money and do absolutely nothing with it, and then wonder why you get killed off in the first 10 minutes. So hopefully it would kind of force people to think and to actually use their money and to use it wisely, which will hopefully result in a more tactical game.
The ore silo stuff is funky, especially in matches with 50k. So
yes, it's like I said, it's still experimental. We're still working on it. It might be in beta revision 2. So it's kind of it's still a logic that's being worked on. So we can't guarantee that it'll work flawlessly. But it's something that we're considering, something we've been working on, and you might see that in beta revision 2 as well.
Yeah, oh, Raging Doctor has been activated. I don't really understand what WarriorGirl was thinking, because it's only gonna boost the enemies' units here.
Are they enemies? Oh, okay,
and
well, that's
Admiral Pit
nice.
already says it's the wrong use of the thing.
That's too bad. That would have been great though if he had like a beacon ready and that he could just fire back. That would be quite funny, because it is the Raging Doctor is pretty effective.
Yeah, it definitely
it is quite powerful.
It boosts speed, it boosts armor and firepower of any affected tank. Or I think it also works on airplanes. If you've got like a few docked airplanes and you use the Raging Doctor on it, it could work, I think.
I think it would. Kind of like the same way that the Iron Curtain does.
Yeah.
Because the Iron Curtain also works on planes, and if you've got a landed Kirov somehow, then you can also use it on that.
Oh yes, and
there is a trick to that, in fact, that you can just before.
Yeah, but it's not in Mental Omega.
Yeah, that's true. Not
actually,
anymore.
Speeder has been realizing that it was something you could do. Same actually with the Erkala. If you had the Erkala and an Iron Curtain, you could actually do that. But Speeder has found a way to actually negate that entire aspect and just say, no, you're not going to have an Iron Curtained Erkala or Iron Curtained Kirov.
Because that was a well-known exploit in Euro's Revenge and Red Alert 2, that you could, that just when a war factory is producing an air unit, you could launch the Iron Curtain, so you could have, say, an invulnerable Kirov. And that is indeed something that has been worked on here.
And it seems that WarriorGirl D is gonna have veteran tanks from now on.
Okay.
She was successful. Unfortunately, 2 spies inside of this war factory here. And it seems that the game has frozen up again. No, not really.
Oh yeah, I see. But so there have been quite a couple of changes. The Iron Curtain has definitely gotten a lot of changes. A lot has been reverted to its previous form, as in in Beta Revision 1 you can't Iron Curtain buildings. Now you can. It used to have like a very dark black glow to it instead of the current bright red that it is. Now it's back to the black. And right now, at the moment, a big change though is that the Iron Curtain no longer affects enemies. So you can just safely use it on your own units or friendly units without harm done. Well, of course, besides infantry, I think.
Seems that you're gonna have out of the game.
Ooh, what's this?
Think of Blitter Crash.
Blitter Crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like you're the one disconnecting, because I've got no problem on this side.
Yeah, I disconnect. I'm actually
that's a shame.
Out of the game at the moment. So
that's
if you're gonna...
Or you could just, host another game, because we've got 2 streams at the moment. So, in theory, we could do 2 streams at once, if people are watching.
Yeah, but they're gonna be seeing 2 completely different things. I'm okay with it.
I think that's actually a pretty cool concept, that you stream one game, I stream another, and that we just try and let's see if we can make it work. that we can say.
I'm all up for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna host a 1v1.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna host a 1v1.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Oh, this is a fun map. Drought.
Yeah, try to keep your attention to this, viewers. Now you're gonna have to keep track of 2 of them.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be awfully chaotic. Experimental here. Do not try this at home.
Alright. We have got Zaker and Yattan. Zaker's gonna be playing as... Wow, this is gonna be a nightmare for editing then.
That is absolutely true.
To not edit it at all, except for the first few minutes that we were just talking about random shit before we made our introduction.
Yeah.
To just not edit anything out of it.
Yes, let's go full bigger, longer, and uncut, baby.
Okay. Well, it's going to be Zaker, United States versus Yattan, Euro Alliance. Let's do this.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Well, this is fairly interesting. It seems like the other 3 players here have decided to hole up a bit. So,
yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's Turtle Central here.
Yeah, the blue player was definitely gathering up his forces at the very shore of his base.
Absolutely.
Let's see who has the most viewers. Righto. So. This is going to be an awkward little stream from now on, I'm afraid.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if the game drops off in interest or in action at one point there, then people can switch over to the different one. So you can kind of play each other off, and yeah, you can kind of supplement it like that. I mean, ideally, that's how it would work.
Yeah. Pretty much. I'm also curious who's going to be watching which stream.
I think
hopefully
both. I think.
Yeah, I hope that they're just going to be watching the double screen, the cat gar that we've advertised.
Yeah,
but,
I think so, because it's been advertised everywhere. So I think a lot of people should know it by now. All right.
Hopefully, but
we have.
Of course, it's going to be eating up bandwidth.
Oh yes.
Like crazy.
Yes. There is never enough bandwidth. Okay, so Tesla Commando has like a ton of units here. He could just steamroll over every other player, but he seems to.
I think that's
sure about it.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what he wanted to do. Just steamroll over everything.
I'm seeing WarriorGirl being active here as well. She's also got plans. Because I see her moving out with an MCV and some Gehenna platforms. So I think a lot of it is hidden here at the moment. But she's tentatively making her moves, probably for the gem field here in the middle.
Yeah, on that map, everyone wants to go for the gem field in the middle, of course.
Absolutely, and you should.
As well as there used to be a machine shop there, but I believe that WarriorGirl got that. No, Admiral Pit got that, and it was destroyed. That I happened to notice. I am getting some major lag on my end on my laptop here.
Ooh, yikes.
I'm gonna close this off. You know what? I don't even. Right.
Is it working out for you there? Because I see your game just started.
I'm just gonna go and continue to watch the double stream here, and I'm actually gonna be closing off my stream entirely.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because I had my channel, Mentalmeisters channel, and the double stream in 3 different tabs. So that's gonna be eating bandwidth
and resources. My God. Yeah, then you definitely want to close that. Just close the stream, because it does really take away a lot, or at least pause them. Pause them is also fine.
Yeah, well, I close them anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, Seems that on my end, Zaker was once again trying to make a little early rush attack with a few Bulldog tanks, but it got quickly Yattan over there. And Zaker did manage to capture the top of the map here, because I'm playing on the map Drought, which has on both sides a expansion post and a machine shop, and then 2 oil derricks there and 2 oil derricks there. You might remember that map, Zenothist, and then there is a cannon there and a cannon there.
Get the cannon ready.
Seeing a bunch of cavalry moving in towards the north. I think that they're going to make an attempt at an attack here. I see a storm child moving in as well. Warhawk joining the party. I'm seeing a bunch of Rocketeers there as well. And indeed, there we go. Well, that takes care of Zaker's machine shop. Let's see what is going to happen here.
Well, I'll tell you what's not happening here. Winning.
Who is losing?
Well, Noah. There's actually it's kind of stagnated a little, I'm afraid. It's usually occasionally a little baiting here and there, but unfortunately there's not a lot of progress here at the moment.
No, that is the thing that I noticed when I was still inside of that game. It was pretty much, just building up, it out, see who makes the first move.
Which should frankly be rather easy, because now it's a 2v1, so they could easily break him.
Oh yeah,
they could easily break this. Like, all right, here come some things, but unfortunately nothing really exciting. Unfortunately. But I will definitely keep you updated on the non-activity that's happening here.
Well, Yattan managed to get in between the side of these 3 civilian buildings here. Zaker hasn't done it on his side. I'm seeing Rocketeers and Warhawks now moving into the north. Bulldog tank very heavily damaged. But there's some other stuff going on as well. Yeah, I don't think that your Cavaliers and those 3 Rocketeers are gonna do that much good. You definitely need more than that. And now I see that Zaker is going for the expansion post. Destruction. Ooh. And there we go. And Hecthor thinks that WarriorGirl isn't using Psycorps to its full potential.
I don't think any of the players here are using their sides to their full potential, but well, maybe not even that to that certain extent. It's just it's a Mexican standoff here. It's just all trying to wait,
kind of.
Smiling, seeing who cracks first, who shows the first sign of weakness.
And this is the reason why I do love to observe 1 versus 1s.
Oh, I think we got a breakthrough.
Whoa, really?
I think we have a breakthrough. Yes, we got a massive EMP deployment here. Oh, not sure. Can. Oh, that is just a damned shame. Several Burillos that tried to attack Tesla Commando's battle lab, EMPing some of the tanks there, and then trying to infiltrate the lab. But unfortunately, his last saboteur didn't make it, even when it was standing next to him. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of action going on over here as well, as we had a storm child. Storm child. No. Yeah, we had some storm childs, but we also had bloodhounds and at the back of the base here with a nice group of wolfhounds or hawks and rocketeers from the Zaker. As he just continues his assault with his warhawks down here on the battle lab.
Yeah.
Earlier you saw Siegfried using his Zeitgeist deploy mode to make him practically invulnerable for a few moments. The Thor now going after the warhawks, trying to destroy them, as the warhawks are going after the miners. The rocketeers are going after the miners as well. There's a bulldog still there. So Zaker definitely go economy destruction first, rather than actual base destruction. But
Okay,
luckily, Yattan still has 4 miners left, so there's not really that much to worry about. Thor now moving in and going after the bulldogs, which is not really the best thing you could do. I think that it's wiser to go indeed after the aerial forces, because you basically have no anti-air at the moment, Yattan. Another group of storm children moving in, going after the purifier, almost destroying that, and I see that Yattan is going with a second NCV.
Okay, interesting.
Another power drop coming in. Let's see what it is going to be. Bloodhounds. Probably soon to be... Oh, actually managing to destroy the purifier. And with that one little blast, this Humvee got promoted. Lucky son of a Humvee. Here come the airborne. Slightly delayed as the Bloodhounds took care of the Air Force Command Center. Now the forces are just waiting for reinforcements. 3 Bulldog tanks, Warhawks moving in as well. And Yattan calling GG already. And that's over on my end. How's it going on your end, Zenothist?
We're making some progress here. Unfortunately, I am getting requests that we need more action, but unfortunately I can't just kill something off and make everything a little bit more exciting. Maybe I could say, like, I don't know, Tesla Commando has kidnapped your sister, daughter, female, male figure, rescue person. In fact, he's even begging for assisted suicide here, so hopefully WarriorGirl and Pit will act on that. But it looks like we're gonna draw to a climax here, because I'm seeing, oh, he's selling some structures. He's got like a ton of units here, so I think we're finally going to get the clash that we've been waiting for.
It's about time. How about I just host another quick 1 versus 1?
Oh, you go on ahead, man.
Very well. And hopefully after this that we can join forces once again.
Oh, yes.
And destroy the universe. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's a long-term game plan, man.
That's kind of a personal favorite map of mine.
That's only after Mental Omega
After
Act
Beta.
3 really is released, and then we'll just get that, because then I don't have anything to do with my life.
Oh, I've got plenty to do with my life after that. So,
sure.
it seems that we've got Šejtan Vasily, and I have heard that it's pronounced Šejtan, versus Tovina. It's going to be Russia versus United States of America. We see a lot of USA today.
Well, that's
Not
nice.
that I mind. Not that I mind, though. Oh, whoa, Tovina changed the headquarters. Interesting. But again, this is going to be an editing nightmare if I want to properly.
Oh, yes.
So,
Well,
because I had this thing in mind for editing. You might want to have a look at my YouTube channel where I have posted the last stream and 2 other streams that I did in the past week. And I actually experimented with in between game screens that I just cut out everything from the end game to the loading screen to the moment that we actually are. Did something to showcase who's playing who on what map and as what.
Oh, we are go. Green lights.
Really?
Oh, here we go. That is massive. Alright,
Alrighty.
looks like this game is going to start paying off.
It's about time.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, it looks like WarriorGirl is already pulling back. She's apparently seems to have been intimidated by Tesla's mighty manpower right there. But it seems that Pit's holding ground. He's still got his Centurion. He's been sniping buildings the entire time on top of a cliff. So hopefully he can get rid of some of those Zephyrs, which are doing a hell of a lot of damage. Oh, bam! EM Pulse straight on top of him.
I see, indeed, because I'm a little behind on the...
Yeah, like the battle fortresses have
here.
all been disabled here, so take your sweet time. Move in with those Magnetrons here that I'm seeing coming from the north. See if you can lock down on some of those units.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I think WarriorGirl isn't exactly aware that the Magnetron does not prevent their targets from firing. So unfortunately, it only prevents them from moving, which is something that's actually pretty neat that the Magnetron will do in Beta Revision 2. That instead of immediately stopping its target, it will first slow down a target, and the longer it stays locked on, so to speak, it'll eventually grind it down to a halt.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
Look at this. Well, look at this, folks. It seems that Telvina here is taking advantage of the perhaps lack of knowledge of Vasily's on the map here, because well, Vasily is now going to recapture the oil derricks over here, but definitely Vasily or Telvina had a little advantage here. He already got this structure sorted out. He got the oil derricks for a moment. He's going to send more infantry inside of this building here. Or probably gonna, yeah, I think it's gonna go here first, because he wants to secure, oh, I should have gone through with that, because then you could have had the lighthouse and done some serious damage there.
This is looking good. Tesla Commando is actually, he's doing pretty good.
Basilisks.
In comparison to the rest, yeah. Oh yeah, this game is starting to crawl, that's a good sign. Look at that.
Goody, goody, goody.
Oh yes, and someone has whipped out the nuke.
The what?
The nuke. The great tactical nuke. So now hopefully we'll get a little bit more urgency in this, we'll get a little bit more urgency in this game, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Should have been done much earlier in my opinion, but okay.
Yeah, Vasily is having some serious trouble here, trying to stay alive. Telvina's definitely applying a lot of pressure on him.
Oh, Tesla Commando has surrendered.
Alrighty.
That is the end of our game. Right, okay. Then we'll just move on as quickly as possible.
Make donations.
Oh, I see.
Right, so finally we have the show on the road. Yattan here in the red at the top left. Playing as the United States. Over here we have gotten Vasily playing as Russia in the yellow. Then over here got Codufun in purple playing as the Pacific Front, and Noorly is here in blue playing as USA as well. Zeno on install game.
Isn't this isn't this very coincidental? It's the it's red America versus blue America. Or is it? Are they actually allies?
No, they're not. They're not. It is red versus blue.
Okay, so never mind. It is a good reflection of, or it's a good example of art imitating life.
And funny thing is that they're both in the north. So if they would decide to change the teams, as in being top versus bottom, we would have America and America versus the other two.
Alright, stand united, etc., etc. That would be a nice idea. And it's certainly possible.
Yeah, but I think that it's been decided that we're going to do it like this anyway. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be east versus west.
Let me get in the sip of my drink. Wow. So what have you been up to lately?
Me?
At least modding wise within this community.
Well, within this community, I am not particularly much of a modder, let's put it that way.
No.
I
just in
generally
this
do
community.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, just what do I do generally? Well, I've been looking around. I've been going over the character development for the heroes, among other things.
Yeah, how's that? Because after a while, I just
it's been quite a while. Yeah, it has been quite a while since I touched it, because the past couple of weeks have been very busy for me, for my personal life at least. So unfortunately I didn't get a lot of time to get to that. But right now I'm reading up on quite a lot of extra things when it comes to character development and such, and to general, just creative writing in general, because I definitely want to well, get a little bit more experience in that. And I think that this this whole thing with the heroes is a pretty interesting thing to do, of course, because the heroes are rather iconic for the mod and for real-time strategies in general, because they have the most personality in real-time strategies in general that at least usually appear in game. So I think you can do a lot with it. I don't think I've seen a lot of. I don't think I've seen a lot of RTSs who have tried that. Maybe because it doesn't really suit it. Well, because the entire idea of RTSs is that people are expendable, and that so you shouldn't really care too much about the character, because otherwise it's going to get away. It's going to get in the way of the gameplay.
Look at this animal abuse over here,
What's that?
At Noorly's base. He had a whole bunch of attack dogs in one group, and the two bulldog tanks just drove over them like they were absolutely not even there. It was animal cruelty at its finest. But yeah, I mean, RTS...
Now we know where Burger Kong gets their meat.
Yeah, I mean, RTS games sometimes do it. Two of the games, Starcrossed and Warcraft 2, indeed, Warcraft, the whole Warcraft series. But of course, that is because those also have their own heroes. But regular RTS games, I mean, they will have perhaps their general and maybe a commando unit that has some significance. But I mean, the way that you're doing it with Mentalmeisters, what I've seen so far definitely resembles the Starcraft and Warcraft 2 Warcraft approach.
Yeah, that is definitely something I find very interesting. It definitely keeps the player at least slightly engaged, and also kind of an inner motivation I would say to protect heroes, but at least to keep them alive. At least, hey, you want to see what is happening to this character. How is that going to play out? And I think I've discussed this once before, that I am considering a career in narrative design, at least for game development wise. So that is something that would be interesting to bring along. That this kind of prior experience with Mentalmeisters, I've already been approached as a programmer on a couple of games by some friends of mine who were planning to go into the mobile industry. So it's kind of a bit of a leg up to see if I can get into, because it's generally a very, very competitive and fairly difficult career to get into, of course. I mean, the game industry is very saturated at the moment. A lot of people want to get into it because it's insanely popular. And of course, there's been a lot of talk in the industry about character-wise and how to treat them. Of course, I mean, a lot of people have been hearing this whole shebang about the inherent sexism that is in the game industry, and how women are treated, and how that's really blowing up spectacularly. And I think, well, I would say there is a certain point to that, of course. I think it's very interesting to see how we can take on, say, not only heroes who are also men and women, of course, and see if we do something genuinely interesting with that. I find the character of Tanya Adams, I find that fairly interesting, especially her portrayal in Red Alert 1.
Yeah, where she's just a regular citizen with some special training. She just gets to blow up stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the main difference between Red Alert 1 and Red Alert 2 and 3 is that Red Alert 2 and 3, Tanya is in general is at least by our standards a beautiful woman, while in Red Alert 1 she's generally a little more everyday woman.
Well, I wouldn't call Red Alert 3's Tanya a beautiful woman.
Well, okay, but by our
standards,
by the general standards of our society, of our culture, then yes, okay. What your personal beliefs are in that, of course, that is entirely your own taste. But I mean, in comparison to the Red Alert 1 portrayal of Tanya, it is quite a big difference, of course.
Well, in that aspect, I honestly prefer Red Alert 3 Jana. That is more of a beautiful woman in my eyes.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so of course it's
all personal preference, like you said.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean that's something that I definitely want to go for when moving on with writing for Tanya. Is that it's going to be a kind of a combination of Red Alert 2 and Red Alert 1, that we do want kind of that slightly grimmer, slightly darker, and more badass Tanya. That she's not just a piece of eye candy.
And we just froze again.
Then we kind of get a hybrid between that, and we kind of strike a balance. At least that's what I'm looking into.
Well, it seems that Noorly is dropping out here.
Yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, I think that's definitely something that I think that Mentalmeisters has a lot of potential to go pretty far with the story, because of course it's a continuation
Player defeated.
Red Alert 1, technically. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with that now.
Codufun already immediately asked one of the other players to leave, because, you know, it's going to be a 2 versus 1 now, and Codufun definitely can't handle that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, but what is this? It is going to be a 3-player free-for-all. As
oh, joy!
Codufun just declared war on his ally Yattan.
Well, that is a nice alternative. Your initiative is very much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. But I mean, getting back to it story-wise, I mean, Speeder, of course, he is our great and benevolent leader, and he does a lot of the general larger guidelines for the story. And basically, I have some influence in that. Mostly just how it will be portrayed to the player, because I know that back in an earlier revision, when it came to the campaigns with for instance, where she was introduced, that she was portrayed as a fairly, well, frankly, as a kind of very negative, I thought. She would be incredibly bratty, incredibly spoiled. And I thought, well, this character, Yunru, we're going to be seeing a lot of her in the campaign. She's going to have a fairly large role. And we wouldn't want, well, at least I wouldn't want players to immediately hate her, or at least or dislike having to play with her all the time, because she has technically what we call a bratty attitude, which is kind of a signifier of bad writing, I would think, for children, because Yunru is technically, she is a teenager at this time, and of course teenagers can be written in different ways. I think, like, for instance, I mean, children generally in media do kind of have a lot of bad rep. A lot of people find them very annoying or very grating. At least that's the anecdotal experience that I have met. But I think, for instance, like Telltale Games' The Walking Dead had an excellent character, I believe, who was also a young teenager, a child, or a young adult, and I thought that played off really well. That you can actually make a genuinely likable character, that you actually care about this character, about what's going to happen to her, and I think that's something that I definitely want to do, especially for Yunru as well, of course.
Well, I think it's over, and it is.
Oh, there we go.
It is.
Yes, I shouldn't be talking too much about story, of course, because that's all the boring crap.
Yeah. Well,
people will not be interested in it because they will have to read it.
Well, yes, that's what I meant, is that, of course, right now it is a bit of reading, which is, of course, not ideal. And I think that if we could probably get some more reasons, it doesn't have to be a lot, that we can just, of course, show, don't tell is, of course, a driving force here. That you show your players what is going on in the story. And that is something that we've talked about, that at least Speeder has mentioned it several times, that the campaigns will probably have voice actors in them. Not. They will, of course, be used sparingly, I can imagine. But yeah, something to just spice it up a little, to make it more like the original Red Alert 2 campaigns.
Cool.
But of course, I think that is a reality that is not going to happen for the next time for the coming time, at least, not for the near future.
Nah, it is pretty much a long-term project, I guess.
Well, Mental Omega in general is a long-term project. I mean, this mod has existed for like 10 years or so in total.
Indeed, it has years already. It's like still amazing to me that how one guy 10 years ago, despite the fact that it has been 10 years, such a big deal. In a positive way, of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think that he even could possibly imagine 10 years ago that it would be this huge in 10 years.
Well, who knows about that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's good that we definitely, at least a 3.0 is definitely considerably more thought out than 2.0, gameplay-wise and story-wise. So hopefully we'll definitely see a lot of improvements in that in the future, and just making the mod more professional and just closer to an actual complete game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see that the north part has gone to the sea already, but I honestly thought it would be north versus south.
I think this is actually a little bit more exciting, that you can just see east versus west, which I think is actually quite funny.
The case? Yeah, it's the case, I guess.
Yeah.
But then again...
It's definitely a lot more hectic, I think.
Then again... I don't know. I think you're right. I think it is east versus west here.
Yeah. This is actually
Poor
great.
Guys.
It's a lot more exciting than the other way around.
Yeah. Now you're the players to be next to their opponents, like only this little cliff separates them, and their allies are really far away.
Yeah, so I think that definitely adds quite a bit of action to it, a bit of a pizzazz.
Yeah. Well, you see the Storm Children using their lasers against the infantry, probably these seals, hearing and looking at our death sounds. Now, look at this. I'm seeing a few siege gatherers moving in as well. It's been a while since I've seen them. Mm-hmm. I gotcha. I see Brune saying something on IRC, and I kind of want to commentate on that, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
It's kind of arrogant. I realize that in my head it just sounds like I want to say it, but probably gonna be like really arrogant, and
well, then,
I kind of don't want to do
it. Good call.
So I'm gonna spare it.
Oh dear, you're gonna save it for later. Here we go. Sea Scout is here, taking down some flags.
Yeah. Plastic. Oh.
Short dog rush there. Yeah, better watch out for that.
Yeah. Well, this isn't going to do that much damage. So I see 6 siege gatherers against 1.
Yeah, you better be careful. I mean, it definitely does
but...
outrange them. Taking out some tanks with those Storm Children. Well done. Better be careful of that
this
terror
might
drone,
actually prove to be more usable here. Yes,
got one.
There we go. 2. 3. 4.
Oh, it's actually going to take them all out.
5. Oh, it's going to kill all of them.
Okay.
And still survive. Nice.
Sweet.
But
Good counter.
there are 6 more coming over here, though. Let's quickly... I'll head to the north. I'll show you what's going there. Hello. Breathe. Oh, we're losing Lan here.
Oh dear.
And as you can see, WarriorGirl just can't wait to kick Lan out of the game.
Well, I'm afraid she might get her wish.
Yeah. Well, if you're doing it, then so am I. You know what? I'm proposing to kick you.
Oh, you're gonna kick me?
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna kick me now. Ain't that just lovely?
Sweet.
Player defeated.
Oh.
Alright. So, a little bit tougher now that Zaker has one ally less.
Yeah. But I guess that WarriorGirl is still in serious trouble here with the Warhawks on top of the base. Now firing the concussion missiles at the construction yards. No anti-air to be seen.
Except for an Aegis.
A few flak troopers that are...
Maybe he's gonna get lucky.
But
Maybe
the
he
Storm
can take it
Children
out.
actually trying to do some damage there as well.
Aegis cruiser around the back.
Aegis
he's not gonna make that. All that
going to have enough reach.
It's not gonna work. This isn't gonna. No, that's not gonna work. You better pull back.
Now,
shame.
Now there is enough anti-air.
Good try though. Good try.
Very good try.
Yeah. So, WarriorGirl is definitely going to have to think on her feet now.
Absolutely.
Though it seems that Zaker, he barely has any defense. So if she can push back and counterattack him, then he's going to be pretty much defenseless.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm not sure if she knows that. Oh, no,
it's over.
He's seen enough.
Uh-huh.
All right then.
I don't know what happened here, but oh well. Well, game over. And I'm stuck in the game over screen at the moment. Are you?
I am kind of stuck at the game over screen as well. We're gonna have to.
I'm quitting.
Let's quit. Let's quit. We know this game. I am kind of stuck at the game over screen as well.
I'm quitting.
Let's quit. Let's quit. We know this game. We know how this game ended.
Right. Then let us see.
All right, lovely. How much time do we have left, actually?
Half an hour.
Half an hour? Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fine. So how about you start up a game? Yes, I see you've actually already done that. Never mind, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you.
You are way ahead of me.
New player, I'm gonna close the game for you. So you get it, ASAP?
Alright, here I am.
There you
Rocky
go.
like a hurricane.
Right, Admiral Pit back in. I see Proolsen. I haven't seen him before.
Pit's back in the saddle.
Yeah. Codufun rejoining.
I'm actually getting a map request here.
A map request?
For a Hex Bay map.
There is one slight problem with Hex Bay. It's an 8-player map.
Oh, well, it's still possible. I mean, it's a pretty big map.
It's an 8-player map, which 8-player maps and observers don't really mix.
Okay,
at least,
well, fair enough.
At least,
maybe
you know, with a actual observer. Wait.
That is very much true.
Speaking of,
the game doesn't really understand that if you have 8 players in a map and 1 observer, that means there's going to be 9 players in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that really messes the game up. It results in an immediate crash. So unfortunately, full-on 8-player observing matches are out of the question for now.
Yeah, you would still have to join as a player and quit to observe in order to do it. But are you in my game at the moment?
Correct.
Because I actually realized that I wasn't observing.
Okay. Well, then we'll just come back.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Once more.
Get in.
Alright. Oh, wrong game. No. I mean, I could do puppet. I could play with puppet here, but sorry.
No, you're not.
That's not the place to go.
There we go. I don't think Proolsen is in.
Hi.
Hi there. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Hi there.
There we go. Proolsen is
good.
back in. You got a guy called New Player.
Hello, new player. Welcome to the wonderful world of Mental Omega.
Especially welcome to the wonderful world of Mental Omega streams. I see that you've taken position 5.
Yes.
And positions, please.
these and zip tunes to these. So tier 2 is out. Cool. Alright, it seems that we got 3 players in Team C.
Well, this is going to be a little bit imbalanced, I think.
No, it shouldn't be. If people do not choose position 2, then it shouldn't.
3 versus 1.
And Team A. Well, Proolsen and new player are gonna join up forces, and I guess that Codufun and Admiral Pit are doing the same. I'm perfectly fine with that. And I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do in editing here.
Yeah, that is going to be a tough thing.
Yeah, at least you're gonna send over the files to me tonight.
I'll send over the file as soon as we're done.
Yeah, and I'll just brain work for me. Convert them into a editable thing for me.
Yeah, something that can actually be watched without your brain exploding.
Mm-hmm. So, it seems that new player has chosen Scorpion Cell. Interesting.
Ah, he definitely is a new player.
He's going to get his ass handed to him.
Let's not say that immediately. Who knows, he might understand and get lucky.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Alright.
Player defeated.
Zenothist is out and I am in.
Ain't that the story of your life? Alright. Okay. So we got...
I guess that Codufun hasn't done anything just yet. As his MCV is still packed into an MCV.
Okay.
Well, it's not my problem. If he decides not to play at all, then, you know, by all means. Turn on your enemy, get Admiral Pit really angry, and probably make him stop playing today. Which, of course, we do not want. So, Codufun, get your ass in gear. And deploy.
Lovely.
Well, that definitely is the case at the moment. Sad to say, though. One more thing I would like to talk about that I did notice in some of the something of the changelog is that currently in Beta Revision 1 the hijackers are of course in the Latin Confederation. But
yes, that has been changed. That is correct. That is actually quite a major change. I seem to have neglected to mention. The hijacker has been moved from the Latin Confederation and has been given a new home for the Scorpion Cell.
Yep.
When a Scorpion Cell hijacker is not moving, is when he's standing still, he will be cloaked instead of a disguise.
Instead of a disguise.
Of course, he isn't crushable by vehicles because that would be silly. So that he's got a new place there, and he's also been made a bit cheaper.
Not only that, but the hijacker is going to be replacing the Epsilon Adept for the Psycorp.
Yeah, that makes sense, in a way.
And which results in the Epsilon Elite being, of course, for the Psycorp, which hasn't changed. The Epsilon Adept is now only for the HQ.
Headquarters.
And that, of course, leaves the hijacker for Scorpion Cell. So that is one of the major changes that I thought we should mention.
Yeah, that's good on you. I totally forgot that. My bad.
Yeah, it's the fact that we now have a Scorpion Cell player that I just thought about it. It was like, hey, wasn't that supposed to be a thing?
Yeah, there have been quite a lot of buffs for Scorpion Cell.
Yeah.
And also kind of a nerf for Epsilon in general, because they're tier 2 specific units, so say the Shadow Tank, the Marauder, the Speeder Trike have all been moved to tier 3, but I believe at least the Speeder Trike is definitely getting a big buff EMP immunity.
Yeah.
Which is of course something that that in this current meta is definitely not something to be trifled with.
No.
But so that's pretty
cool. No, Tofina. I guess that with that the Scorpion Cell will not get any mind control units at all.
Well, lore-wise, it does make sense, and I mean, Hijacker is technically a kind of mind control. It's kind of a weaker version of it.
Because it doesn't mind control infantry, and you lose the Hijacker.
It is permanent.
Yeah, you lose the Hijacker the moment you enter an enemy vehicle, but at least the enemy vehicle will be under your control, of course.
And I think that if you destroy the vehicle, that the Hijacker can escape. At least I think that would be the case.
That would be pretty awesome if it actually is able to do that, because then
I think it was capable of that in Tiberian Sun, which also had like a Hijacker for a hero unit, and if the vehicle it captured was destroyed, it could just escape the vehicle with like a small health reduction.
Ah, cool.
But yeah, lore-wise, it makes more sense for the Scorpion Cell to have the Hijackers instead of Epsilon Adepts.
Yeah, because
Scorpion Cell is kind of more the annex, or the is kind of more of an annexed faction that happened to join the Epsilon and Yuri's cause.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not something, they're kind of a separate entity. They have like their own leader, which is something that we get to in the campaign. They do still follow Yuri. They just have slightly different management, I would say. And you could say they're not exactly under the very strict control that, for instance, Headquarters of Psycor has, of course.
Mm-hmm. I actually was mistaken about the fact that Scorpion Cell no longer has any mind control, because they will, of course, keep the Psychic Dominator.
Oh, well, yes. Okay. But no mind control units of any sort.
No. But since Peter only told us to not talk about one specific unit, what is going to be the replacement then? Since the tier 2 vehicles are now being moved to tier 3 for Epsilon. There's a little gap in my eyes that needs to be filled.
Yeah, I would think so. Well, like I said, this is like a test build.
Yeah.
So it's all subject to change. So maybe this will change later. Maybe it will be switched back to tier 2. But at the moment, as we're looking at it right now, they will all be moved to tier 3.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of a general nerf for Epsilon. Because there's going to be plenty of buffs for them, especially Scorpion Cell in particular, who is getting, like, I think for almost every, or at least for the large, I think the Tyrant is getting a very major buff.
Oh yeah.
It is getting a pretty big buff because in its current state it's not really viable. But yeah, so there's going to be plenty of changes when it comes to that.
Careful for that one, Pit. I think you're going to be losing that Morillo there. Probably after that, the Killing Tank as well.
Oh, who knows? They're really tough. Probably been mentioned on the previous stream.
No!
Mentioned again.
It actually
measure. The Gorilla will be nerfed. I repeat, the Gorilla will be nerfed.
The Gorilla will be nerfed. I don't want to play Mental Omega anymore.
Yeah, it is pretty tough right now.
Yeah, kind of too tough if you ask me.
It is in fact maybe a little too tough. Ah! Which is kind of yeah. And as we see here in Invaders will get a general all-purpose buff as well to speed, or health, firepower, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is like a ton of. I think actually that maybe we should take the changelog, maybe take a couple of the changes out for the really spoilerific stuff, and probably just post it. I think that would be a good idea. Just so that people can get a kind of an insight into everything that has been changed.
Yeah. I see that Tovina is making a little word joke here. Speeder will be buffed by Speeder.
Yes.
of course too. I'm seeing Codufun going again with Air Force. It seems that all of the American players that we've seen so far are really relying on their Warhawks and Rocketeer spams.
It's proving to be very effective, I must say. So good on them for doing a little American marketing there. I mean, America's been pretty much on a max win streak this entire evening, in fact. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, at the early stages when Mentalmeisters 3.0 was released, a lot of people were talking really bad about how weak America was.
I do recall that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see Malver here going after the American miner over here.
Oh, but unfortunately they did catch him. No, they didn't.
No, he's still there. He's still there. Because there are no.
He's in your base, killing your. Oh, teleported like that.
Oh, yes, they spotted him.
He's just firing at random.
Yeah.
Catch him. Where is he?
Where is he? It's not there, Cody. It's not there. It's here, all the way over here. Yeah,
he's still
it's
out
going.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and this.
You need your robot tank.
Have stealth protection.
Yeah, robot
You need your robot
tank.
tank. That's
Navy SEAL, and I'm seeing them both being deployed at the moment.
yeah. Malver is also getting. He's getting not only some buffs, he's also getting a bug fix, of course, because
he doesn't.
In Revision 1, he couldn't gain experience and so couldn't become better at all elites. That has been fixed in this revision. And he will also be deployed to get a little bit more health. I think that's most of the buffs that he's getting for now. But yeah, in general, he's going to be a bit more viable.
No.
Though I think that a lot of people are still going to underestimate his deploy power.
Yeah, especially a shame because you can garrison him inside of a structure, and he will be using his deploy power in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's something not everyone always realizes that he can cope. So I saw him.
I saw him too for a brief moment.
Yeah, that's because now there's a robot out here, so they can spot him now.
Yep, there he is. There he goes.
Unfortunately, he couldn't take out robot tank on time, which now that is one of the changes that he made. He will have a faster rate of fire, so he'll be actually able to slice and dice really quickly.
Wow.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had a bit of air somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Codufun already saying that this map is dumb. As I see Admiral Pit using a nice squadron of gyrocopters here. Going to take care of all the infantry inside of this civilian structure here.
Oh yeah, that's it. Well, not to worry if you think this map is done. There will be plenty of extra maps in Beta Revision 2.
And some are even
stuff to play around with.
Especially since some of the maps are specifically for given game modes. Of course, we got the always lovely Fortress, King of the Hill.
Oh yes.
And Islands.
I'm definitely looking forward to testing that out.
Oh yeah. Maybe what we should do is next week some Fortress.
Yeah. I don't see why not. If it's implemented by then, because of course there is still quite a bit of work to be done. But yeah, we could give it a try. Oh, careful for that seal there, Malver.
Yeah, seal is gonna kill ya. But that
seems to be a bit preoccupied by other forces here.
Yeah.
Yes, Malver is indeed quite an annoyance if you don't have any proper stealth detection.
Nope.
Then he can really mess up your day.
Just like if you don't have any anti-air, that the Warhawks are gonna be a massive pain in your butthole.
Evidently so.
Whoa. I thought I heard.
I see an interesting little thing here. Gyrocopters coming in from the northeast. taking out the battle lab here, or the science lab. Almost. No, they're going to go for the flag troopers first.
They're going for that first.
Concentrated fire. Take out
area of effect, of course. And Codufun is pretty much annoyed by this new player.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fantastic. Of course, because all the ore is in the middle of the map, or at least a lot of it is there. So it looks like Malver is getting full reign here, just to destroy miners as he pleases.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of other players, of course.
Absolutely. Obviously, this is again one of those maps where if I would be playing, would just go to the sea and just dominate that. This is what I thought I heard. This is what I thought I heard. Kirovs, and they are. Admiral Pit already has his Centurion Seed Scroller out, and I think that that it's basically a little mirror image here, but then flipped the other way around as well, because Admiral Pit's pretty much controlling the north of the map, while this new player is currently controlling the south of the map. Now moving in with his archers after the robot tank, but he has to make a quick retreat here.
Yeah. Not gonna be dead. You can probably take down... not bad. Okay.
There we go.
Which is also another thing. The archer is going to be buffed in Revision 2.
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be on sort of equal power as the flag trooper.
Yeah, I think that's...
Did you see the Malver?
The what?
The Malver is here.
The Malver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, of course. I mean, this is really a map that Scorpion Cell can easily dominate.
Absolutely.
That there is no way that you have to send your miners out into the wild in order to get any cash. So you're going to risk getting your miners destroyed by him.
Yeah.
And as you can see, that is not working well for some players here.
No, pretty much not. I see that Admiral Pit indeed is taking control of the north end of the map here, the central part. Just having a bunch of Borillos, bunch of killing tanks, gyrocopters, even dragonflies, Kiros, and of course the Centurion Seed Scroller. And Codufun should just indeed, now he just built a refinery here in Admiral Pit's base. He's now going to take control of the ore over here as well.
Oh boy.
And I can imagine that Codufun is getting tired of Malver, just getting his miners constantly destroyed, but you know.
I can imagine.
It's also due to the fact that Codufun just doesn't have, wasn't anticipating this and just didn't retaliate with enough stealth protection. Oh,
yeah,
here we go. Nice little tactic here. Nice little tactic that I see.
Yeah, I see.
Admiral Pit using the dragonflies to EMP the miners, and then using the Kiros and the dragonflies, the gyrocopters,
yeah, the gyrocopters,
to destroy the miners easily.
Yeah,
very clever.
Yeah, they've got a clear road to the nuclear reactor here.
Yeah, and looking at it, that I don't see the green players. Oh, there it is. It's in the central part of the map right now.
He moved that. Yeah.
He moved it. Yeah.
But it's pretty much an open killing field here.
Yeah, at the moment it is.
That's easy pickings.
Well, there goes that. One of the Kiros is indeed going for the nuclear reactor, while the gyrocopters are actually sold before. And I think that the green player is just selling out.
Yeah, this is a lost cause for him. He knows he's not going to get He's not going to get out of this.
No, I mean he might just try a rebuild over here in the central part of the map, or he might actually move all the way over to here.
Yeah, maybe that is a nice balanced idea to place some starting ore, or at least some ore at the starting positions for the players, because otherwise it's going to turn into a minor frag fest, so to speak. As to put that a little less eloquently.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I think that Admiral Pit hasn't found this secondary base just yet, because he's just flying past it with everything he has. And I think that Admiral Pit might just go for assisting his ally first in destroying the new player's base altogether, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of archers now being built, trained actually.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows the storm's coming.
Codufun actually retreated all the way. I don't know if he was successfully able to move his MCV into Admiral Pit's base.
Ooh. Yeah, but you better watch out for the Kirov twins and the Gyrocopter backing band going on a world tour here. They'll definitely wreck the stage.
They are.
As can you see here around the back in red player's base?
I think Pit might have... No, he's going with a Barillo. Wouldn't it be a bit too bad or too much if the Barillo could actually only crush as well?
Oh, perish the thought.
Yeah. Well, let's see what's going on. I see that the Barillo is moving all the way to the back of the base here, just having almost free reign.
Well, I don't know about that. Check out the Kirov though.
Yeah, they're going for the
Coming
green
over
base. I see that.
Better. I think it's time to pack up and move out.
I think it's time to give up.
You're not going to be doing a lot of good back here.
Yeah, green player is selling out, and it basically becomes 2 versus 1 now. Oh, Barillo moving away, I guess. Oh, what's this? Yunru! He's going for that little tactic again. Yunru's Earthbreaker.
Right in the back.
Nice!
Jeez.
Pandora Hub first to fall. Oh, Admiral Pit uses that on regular occasions though, but do be careful for the Rise and Railgun, yeah? Ooh, one blast almost killed her. Well, there goes one of the refineries. And she died.
To an initiate.
Too bad.
Yeah, and that is why, among other things, why Yunru is getting a buff in health and her deploy power. Her EMP power, I believe, is going to be nerfed. It will have a slower rate of fire, which I think is good, because otherwise it was utterly broken when used in Centurion.
Yeah,
but she's so hopefully she'll be a little bit more useful, a little bit more viable outside her regular role of the Centurion. Yeah.
And I'm seeing that the red player has actually managed to capture Codyfun's original war factory over here. Also put a barracks down here as well. And luckily that he now has a repair drone to back up his forces. I'm seeing brute Dune Riders, archers, a tyrant, a few plague splatters, and a Gatling tank now moving towards Codyfun's new base. Malver is probably there as well.
Hidden among the shadows, yes.
Yep, well the Barillo is still firing at the refinery over here. The archers are trying to take hot shots at him, but I don't know how successful they are, because the Barillo just keeps moving away. Now it's gone. Let's quickly go back here. I think that the new player is trying to find a path towards across this bridge here, because you know this. It's really not that clear. Yeah, the only way. Yeah, the only way is through here, around here, and then over here.
Yeah, this map could use some work.
It could use an overhaul for sure. Absolutely, you're right about that. Oh. Yeah, Invader now chasing the Kirov and already having done about 50% damage. See, the Pandora hub has been rebuilt.
Okay, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough.
I don't know either. I'm also seeing a bunch of...
Not enough anti-air to stop that. Point.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think so. There is simply not enough anti-air to defend it enough. It's still got plenty of health left.
Yeah. Okay. And
actually that is another big thing I might as well mention.
Yeah.
The fact that power upgrade buildings, so for instance the power turbine and the nuclear reactor, will now be available after
tier 2.
Kind of to, yeah, after tier 2. Kind of to offset a little bit the for the high, because power consumption of core tech buildings is going to be very high. It's going to be quite a bit more difficult to get to that kind of power, to get to tech tier 1. So that was a choice that we're doing. Of course, like I said, everything here is still subject to change. So now you can build a nuclear reactor and power turbines on tier 2 to kind of offset any possible balance discrepancies that might arise.
Yeah, because the Epsilon, of course, with their bioreactors, they have a chance at tier 1 already to just get a lot of power.
They in comparison to, especially in Beta Revision 2, where a lot of power consumption will be had. There will definitely be a large advantage for the Epsilon if the Soviets and the Allied don't have any contending tech at tier 2, at least. Because they do indeed get a lot of advantage, and they get a lot of mileage out of their bioreactors, which is already available for tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
right.
it's kind of there to offset that balance, I think.
Oh, look at this. I'm seeing Tanya IFE down here.
Oh.
So, looks like Codifun was able to... Oh, even the Mercury uplink. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Strategy Center, where be ye? Not yet.
Where be ye?
Where be ye? Strategy Center? Nope, not yet. I do hear a driller. Ooh, down here. I'm guessing that we might see a little spying going on. And Proolsen has left the game because he was just continuing to observing.
He had it. Yeah.
Of course, you're always welcome to do that if you're a player. Oh, there you go.
Oh well, not much of an entrance there.
No, 2 Terror drones were receiving it, and of course these 2 lovely
The hammer turrets. The hammer turrets.
Yeah. So it seems that new player has regrouped his forces back here. Didn't make the attempt to cross the bridge probably. But there's another Kirov moving in.
Yeah, but he is being rather heavily assaulted by an assortment of Kirovs, and he's doing okay now. He's holding out, but it is pretty. It's pretty heavy blows what he's got. He lost his cloning vats to one of them crashing.
Yep.
So he's lost quite a bit of money just to repel them, and there are always more on the way.
Yeah, that's the one nasty thing about. Looks like the Tanya IFE is making a little assault here on the Tyrant, just making it elite.
Oh,
so,
yeah, now we're going to see some action.
Yeah, I'm actually going to focus on this moment. Taking out some of the archers already in one shot. Oh, that is gotta hurt. Yeah, that hurts.
Look impressive, yeah.
Ow.
In the meantime, I'm going to be focusing around other things on that might happen. I'm going to be focusing around on other things that might happen because it's not much use if we are both focusing on the same thing.
No,
because otherwise, because otherwise you're going to have like 2 different perspectives which show the exact same thing. That kind of defeats the point of a multi-switch, of course, or multi-stream, I should say.
Yeah. Oh. Seems that Admiral Pit has managed to get another Murillo inside of the enemy's base, probably with another Yunu. But is the new player going to fall for that again? I'm seeing a whole bunch of...
I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's Yunu.
Yeah, Yunu just died.
Yeah.
And the Kirov now moves in for the refinery probably. Which is the last refinery? Oh,
that's a shame.
War factory?
How much cash he has left?
About
War factory.
3,000. No, less than 1,000 at the moment. Ooh, and he's probably going to be out of money. He's going to
be selling some things.
Yeah.
Time to pawn off the old Pandora hub.
Uh-huh. And the reason why you may see a Rhino tank down here, despite the fact that the red player is indeed Scorpion Cell, is that the War Palace provides you with... Wait, that's not the... Wait. No,
I don't
never
think
mind.
so.
Never mind. I don't think you're supposed to be able to build basic tanks in the current beta revision 1 if you capture a war factory.
Well, that is something that is still being worked on because it's an immense complex issue. You're talking about factory owners, I believe. The fact that if you capture a war factory from a specific sub-faction, you can get that sub-faction's tech, etc., etc. But unfortunately, it has proved to be quite a challenge to get everything to work properly, especially campaign-wise.
Campaign, yeah.
Yeah, especially campaign-wise, it's been fairly difficult. So, still trying to strike a balance here between what's technically possible and how can we get it, how can we get the best out of it while still being functional. So that it's a very complex. It's a pretty complex issue, which I'm sure Speeder has pulled many a hair out to get that fixed.
Yeah. As I see that the hero IFE is now taking a few pot shots at the enemy barracks down here. What he might actually want to do.
We have Volt mortars.
Volt mortars.
Volt mortars. Ouch.
Where exactly?
They would be the new player's main base. Starting position. They're all hidden.
Ah, nice. So I guess that the new player was able to infiltrate the Soviets.
Yes, it seems so.
Wow.
And here they are on the back.
Yeah.
Ooh, taking out the MCV.
Oh, careful. Now Malfrey is there. Oh, and mind control. The hero IFE has been mind controlled.
Oh, that is just incredible.
Oh. And that means that
yes, this new player seems to be more than well.
Just a new player.
He's certainly not new.
Nope.
But unfortunately, it looks like this is probably the end for starting position base at least.
Oh, and there goes Tanya. Warhawks were enough to free the hero IFE out of the mind control, but since that the IFE was inside of the little group here, it got easily destroyed, and Tanya got easily destroyed as well. I see the Volt Mortars right over here.
Yeah, that's painful.
But wait, that is Admiral Pit who has them. Then, yeah, that is right. Admiral Pit was actually able to infiltrate the enemy's battle Pandora hub.
Yes, it looks
nice.
it looks like new player is pretty much done for.
Yeah, he's just he's sending back everything he has.
I'm not seeing any. Yeah.
Nice then, no chance.
He also admits he has no chance. He doesn't have any stealth detectors, so he's flying blind on this mission.
Yep. And yeah, okay, well, I think he's gonna make one final stand, but he's gonna have to deal with the Centurion Siege Crawler right now.
Ooh, here comes another boiler.
Nope. Well, here it comes. I guess that this is the final assault.
Alright, let's make it happen. Let's see it happen.
Because I think that the moment that... oh, wait. Luckily...
You can do this.
Luckily, new player still has... Yeah, luckily new player still has a refinery over here.
Not sure how much use it's going to be, but he definitely took some good care of that. Man, that Centurion did not stand a chance. That is quite impressive.
Wow.
With the limited resources he had, that was actually not that bad.
Tanya now here in the enemy base, taking care of that little Rhino tank.
Oh dear.
And now taking care of the enemy archers, and
yes.
She might as well just finish it off right here. Come on, finish it.
I think I mentioned a couple of buffs and nerfs that Tanya would have. That she would be, she would have a slower rate of fire.
Yep.
But she's also going to have more damage versus heavy infantry, and she's also getting a range boost.
Yeah, and she's being currently chased by this invader.
Well, it's a good thing that Tanya is one of the faster heroes out there.
Yeah. But here come a bunch of Rocketeers. Gonna try and get rid of that little invader. Run, little Tanya, run!
gonna make that? It's gonna be a close call. Ouch! Very close call. Hold on.
Well, I guess that they're just dragging it out at the moment. As the new player has,
New player's making some headway. He's actually going for it. I like this. He's just gonna go. He's not gonna throw it in the towel. He's just going all in.
Yeah, literally all in because this is
these groups, or at least the terror drones. They're definitely wrecking prison havoc.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
There we go. But Admiral Pit comes in with a few half tracks and kill-ins and another hero IFV as well on behalf of Cody. I'm seeing the Vault Mortars over here. War Miners, of course, also doing some minor damage.
Yes, indeed, miners doing minor damage.
Oh,
well put.
But Mulver is still very much alive and just killing Tanya as he was killed by a miner, I guess.
That is pretty impressive, because Mulver is, of course, his greatest weakness, most likely, is other heroes.
Time for the Yunru finale. I guess that Admiral Pit is going to use his Yunru little special attack with the Earthbreaker inside of the enemy base. Here we have the Brillo already. It's moving in. EM Pulse on the Rhino tank. Just killing off the attack dogs first. Of course, Admiral Pit very much knowing that Yunru's greatest weakness are attack dogs.
And yeah, infantry in general.
Infantry in general. Oh,
it's a good thing she's using radiation.
Yeah. There we go. War factory gone. Barillo's gonna take care of the barracks.
It's only a matter of time.
And that's it. But wait. Is there more? Is there more?
Is there more?
Oh.
Yes, there is more. There is one last Gatling cannon left.
Probably inside of the old base?
One measly cannon.
Where then?
In the middle of the top left corner.
The middle of the top left corner?
Yes. You should see it. It's where
there we go. I found it.
The base will be.
No. It's where the green player eventually went.
Yes.
There we go. Well, after this thing is gone, it's over. And with that, we are going to close off this week's stream.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think that's all the time we have.
We're actually 12 minutes in overtime at the moment.
Oh well, that's fine. That's never really a problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that the miners are going to have the last laugh here. As a bunch of newer cannons move in.
Sure.
I don't know what the rest of the stuff is firing at here at the water. There's nothing there. But the miners are going to finish the job, and with that, it is done.
That is a very insulting victory.
Yes.
Win, death by miner.
Indeed. Well, folks, that's all about. Let's see who has the most viewers. Righto. So. This is gonna be an awkward little stream from now on, I'm afraid.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if the game drops off in interest or in action at one point there, then people can switch over to a different one. So you can kind of play each other off, and yeah, you can kind of supplement it like that. I mean, ideally, that's how it would work.
Yeah. Pretty much. I'm also curious who is going to be watching which stream. How many viewers the one is?
I think hopefully both. I think.
Yeah, I hope that they're just gonna be watching the double screen, the cat gar that we've advertised. But
Yeah, I think so, because it's been advertised everywhere, so I think a lot of people should know it by now.
hopefully.
All right.
Of course, it's going to be eating up bandwidth like crazy.
Oh yes. Yes. There is never enough bandwidth. Okay, so Tesla Commando has like a ton of units here. He could just steamroll over every other player, but
I
he
think that's
seems to be kind of unsure about it.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what he wanted to do, just steamroll over everything.
Yeah. I'm seeing WarriorGirl being active here as well. She's also got plans. Let's see her moving out with an MCV and some Gehenna platforms. So I think a lot of it is hidden here at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But she's tentatively making her moves, probably for the gem field here in the middle.
Yeah, on that map, everyone wants to go for the gem field in the middle, of course.
Absolutely.
As well as there used to be a machine shop there, but I believe that WarriorGirl got that. No, Admiral Pit got that, and it was destroyed. Did I happen to notice? I am getting some major lag on my end on my laptop here.
Ooh, yikes!
I'm gonna close this off. You know what? I don't even. Right.
Is it working out for you there?
Yeah,
your game just started.
I'm just gonna go and continue to watch the double stream here, and I'm actually gonna be closing off my stream entirely.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because I had my channel, Mentalmeisters channel, and the double stream in 3 different tabs, so that's gonna be eating bandwidth up the
and
ass.
resources. My God. Yeah, then you definitely want to close that. Just close the stream because it does really take away a lot, or at least pause them. Pause them is also fun.
Yeah, well, I closed them anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, it seems that on my end, Zaker was once again trying to make a little early rush attack with a few Bulldog tanks, but it got quickly thwarted by Yattan over there. In the meantime, I did notice that Zaker did manage to capture the top of the map here, because I'm playing on the map Drought, which has on both sides a expansion post and a machine shop, and then 2 oil derricks there and 2 oil derricks there. You might remember that map, Zenothist, and then there is a cannon there and a cannon there. I'm seeing a bunch of...
Get a cannon ready.
Seeing a bunch of cavalier moving in towards the north. I think that they're gonna make an attempt at an attack here. I see a storm chopper as well. Warhawk joining the party. I'm seeing a bunch of rocketeers there as well. And indeed, there we go. Well, that takes care of Zaker's machine shop. Now let's see what is going to happen here.
Well, I'll tell you what's not happening here. Winning.
Who's losing?
Yes, well, Noah, there's actually, it's kind of stagnated a little, I'm afraid. There's usually occasionally a little baiting here and there, but unfortunately there's not a lot of progress here at the moment.
No, that is the thing that I noticed when I was still inside of that game. It was pretty much, you know, just building up your forces and waiting it out, see who makes the first move.
Which should frankly be rather easy, because now it's a 2v1, so they could easily break him.
Oh yeah, they could.
They could easily break this, like, alright, here come some things. But unfortunately, nothing really exciting, unfortunately. But I will definitely keep you updated on non-activity that's happening here.
Well, Yattan managed to get infantry inside of these 3 civilian buildings here. Zaker hasn't done it on his side. I'm seeing Rocketeers and Warhawks now moving into the north. Bulldog tank very heavily damaged. But there's some other stuff going on as well. Yeah, I don't think that your Cavaliers and those 3 Rocketeers are gonna do that much good. You definitely need more than that. And now I see that Zaker is going for the expansion post. Destruction. And there we go. And Avatar thinks that WarriorGirl isn't using Cyclops to its full potential.
I don't think any of the players here are using their sides to their full potential, but it's something. It's just well, maybe not even that to that certain extent. It's just it's really it's a Mexican standoff here.
Yeah,
just all trying to wait, smiling, seeing who cracks first. Who shows the first sign of weakness?
And this is the reason why I do love to observe 1 versus 1s, because
I think we got a breakthrough.
Whoa, really?
I think we have a breakthrough. Yes. We got a massive EMP deployment here. Oh, not sure. Can. Oh, that is just a shame. Several guerrillas that tried to attack Tesla Commando's battle lab. EMPing some of the tanks there, and then trying to infiltrate the lab, but unfortunately, his last saboteur didn't make it, even when he was standing next to him. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of action going on over here as well, as we had a storm child. Storm child. No. Yeah, we had some storm childs, but we also had bloodhounds and airbornes moving in at the back of the base here. Alongside with a nice group of wolfhounds or warhawks and rocketeers from the Zaker, as he just continues his assault with his warhawks down here on the battle lab. Yeah, earlier you saw Siegfried using his Zeitgeist deploy mode to make him practically invulnerable for a few moments. The Torno going after the Warhawks, trying to destroy them, as the Warhawks are going after the miners. The Rocketeers are going after the miners as well. There's a Bulldog still there, also going after the miner. So Zaker definitely going for economy destruction first, rather than actual base destruction. But luckily, Yattan still has 4 miners left, so there's not really that much to worry about. Thor now moving in and going after the Bulldogs, which is not really the best thing you could do. I think that it's wiser to go indeed after the aerial forces, because you basically have no anti-air at the moment, Yattan. Another group of Storm Children moving in, going after the Purifier, almost destroying that, and I see that Yattan is going with a second NCV.
Okay, interesting.
Another Paradrop coming in. Let's see what it is going to be. Bloodhounds. Probably soon to be... actually managing to destroy the Purifier. And with that one little blast, this Humvee got promoted. Lucky son of a Humvee. Here come the Airborne. Slightly delayed, as the Bloodhounds took care of the Air Force Command Center. Now the forces are just waiting for reinforcements. 3 Bulldog tanks, Warhawks moving in as well. And Yattan calling GG already.
Player defeated.
And that's over on my end. How's it going on your end, Zenothist?
We're making some progress here.